Here are the 6 services that you can offer in your pressure washing business that will help to catapult you to that next level. The first one is, of course, the most obvious: pressure washing. This could be a high degree of pressure on any type of hard structure, whether that be, like a concrete aggregate, which is a form of concrete. Anything that's made for a high degree of pressure. Some types of stone and brick are, some are not. Pressure washing is your first thing. Soft washing is kind of that sister to it, it's that cousin. Soft washing kind of flips that on its head, where it takes, instead of traditional pressure washing, which is a little bit of chemical and a lot of pressure, soft washing, which originally came about 30 years ago now, flips that on its head. And it says, hey, look, we're going to take a lot of chemical and a little bit of pressure. This is much better for softer surfaces: vinyl siding, hardy board siding, asphalt shingle roofs, a lot of different types of wood, gutters, soffits, fascia, a lot of exterior structures. This is a much better approach. Comes with its own set of challenges. It's a little bit more expensive to get into, but ultimately it's safer and it's much more efficient than pressure washing in a lot of areas. So pressure washing, soft washing, window cleaning. This is something, another cousin that kind of goes hand in hand with it. Window cleaning is something that a lot of people ask for, especially when you're done with a house wash or a building wash. Say, hey, look, we need to get these windows cleaned. Do you know anybody? Offering a window cleaning service. It took us about 2 years since after we started to start implementing it. Highly useful, highly recommend it. Really does help. We do inside and out windows during the winter. During the rest of the year, the busy season, March to December, we're generally exterior only. We use a water-fed pole system. This is our way of doing it. We don't do interior at that time. So window cleaning is a huge, huge boost as well. Fourth thing would be gutter cleaning. People, especially in the fall and spring, love to get gutters cleaned. This kind of goes right hand in hand with pressure washing. Hey, look, we got the house wash. We need the gutters cleaned. Lots of leaves falling. Definitely a great add-on service. It wouldn't be one of those where we'd ever have any interest in doing just gutter cleanings only. But this is something that's a great add-on service. Yeah, we can get the gutters cleaned, knock that out, or you're there to clean gutters and you tack on one of your other services. So gutter cleaning, great add-on service there. The next one would be aggregate sealing. This is something, I'll say aggregate and concrete sealing. We're in Middle Tennessee, very common type of substrate. It's concrete with pea gravel in it on that top layer. This is very common here. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is. So this is a great process that we offer. It's a pretty high ticket on average. Your material cost on this is much higher than your other services. So do know that going in. Price your cost on this. As you start to do more volume, you can generally negotiate your pricing a little bit more. Each year we try to bring that cost down a little bit based on that previous year's volume and the anticipation of growth. So work with your vendor, find a good vendor for the sealant that you want, and over time you can actually bring that cost down, which is very helpful. But it is a high material cost. There's not as much room for error there. So get your measurements, measure them all. We do them all in person. And when we add on stuff like crack filler to it or shark grip as well, those are 2 add-ons for aggregate sealing if you get into that. And then concrete, we'll seal that too. So aggregate sealing being a acrylic sealant, usually a high gloss acrylic sealant, versus concrete being broom swept concrete, being more of a water-based siloxane sealant. No physical change on that whatsoever. Aesthetically, it looks the same, but it just waterproofs it. And then the 6th service that we offer is stone paver cleaning, sanding, sealing. We've been doing this for about 3 years now. I think we've been cleaning, sanding, and sealing stone pavers. This is a little bit different. It's pretty labor intensive, fairly high material cost, but not as much as aggregate sealant. You have to clean all your pavers, then you put in new polymeric sand in between the joints, and then you go through and you seal it on top of the water-based seal. Good add-on service, definitely worth it. Takes a little bit to get your process down, but once you have it, it's a great add-on service. So those are the 6 main services that we offer. Let us know, are there some that you offer? Are there some that you'd recommend? I've heard of guys doing everything from Christmas lights to doing help with decluttering or wrapping furniture, I think, in the winter season to spring season. I've heard of guys even doing parking lot striping as well through some of the, colder months, I believe. So let us know what other services would you recommend for your exterior cleaning business.